A fresh wave of airstrikes continues to rain down on Syria. Coalition warplanes struck targets in eastern Syria, as well as positions near the border with Turkey. Tribal sources and witnesses claim that coalition raids have prompted the terrorists to change their tactics. CCTV's Sean Calebs joins us from our newsroom with more details on the fight against the Islamic State. Sean.
Well, Susan, the U.S. coalition today stepped up air attacks on the Islamic State in Syria as the militants continue to close in on the besieged town of Kobani near the Turkish border. Opposition forces welcome the bombing, saying that they've simply been outgunned by Islamic State fighters. And it is an important battle because if IS takes control of Kobani, it could give them control of a new area and perhaps a new opening into Turkey. For the fifth day in a row, the U.S. and a handful of Arab Gulf states continued their bombing attacks on Islamic State forces in Syria. Their assaults focused on the terrorist group's training ground, military quarters, and an airfield in the city of Raqqa, not far from Syria's border with Turkey. Great Britain is joining the fight and will launch airstrikes in Iraq, but not in Syria.
Protecting the streets of Britain should not be a task that we are prepared to entirely subcontract to other air forces of other countries. So it is right for us to act.
Despite no clear stated goal or exit strategy, the war-weary British seem on board, at least for now.
I definitely believe we need to take some action out there, because if we don't, it'll get worse.
Yeah, definitely the right thing to do. Well, if we don't, then we're just to target ourselves, aren't we?
Coalition air attacks have not stopped the assault by Islamic State fighters. The IS is shelling the city of Kobani near the Turkish border, a Kurdish area that has seen some 160,000 refugees pour across the border into Turkey seeking safety. The United States is said to be considering establishing a no-fly zone along the Syrian-Turkey border to protect civilians. But at the moment, it's nothing more than a consideration. After weeks of diplomatic lobbying and planning, the U.S.-led coalition to degrade and destroy the Islamic State appears to be gelling.
If the terrorist threat was not real, if it wasn't serious, why take these measures? We take these measures because there is a genuine potential risk.
There are critics of the U.S.-led involvement in Syria. Russia, still a powerful ally of President al-Assad's government, questions the legality of launching strikes in Syria without consulting with or receiving permission from al-Assad.
Excluding Syrian authorities from the effort that has taken place on their territory not only goes against international law, but undermines efficiency of the effort.
The U.S. has made a point of making sure Iran is not part of the coalition. Even though Iran has been unusually accepting of U.S. military action in Iraq, one of Iran's leading generals says that if the Islamic State moves close to Iran's border, it will not hesitate to attack the jihadists, even if that means going deep within Iraqi territory. Susan?
Sean, this is the first time we've heard the possibility of a no-fly zone. What more do we know about that?
Well, this is something that just came up at a news conference on Friday. It's something that is just in the consideration phase at this point. It's not imminent, but if you think about just the sheer number of refugees that have poured into Turkey since the fighting started in Syria, more than 1,000,005, 160,000 in this latest round of violence, those people desperately need some protection, and it could be something that we see down the road.
Sean Calebs reporting live in the newsroom. Thank you.